Good afternoon, guys. Robert Erickson of Erickson Estates here in Hollywood, California. I'm coming to you, well, you won't see me live, but you will see me. So I'm going to talk about the 5 mistakes that buyers make when purchasing a home. Now, we all get excited. We look online, Zillow, whatever the search engine that you use to find that beautiful pie-in-the-sky house with a view and the pool and whatever your criteria is. We get in the car, run over there, and we go, this is it. That's exciting and motivating and probably something that should be on your dream board. However, if you are not qualified for that house, it can be very disappointing. I've had to make a couple of those calls that you don't qualify for the house that you found online and that you have to actually have, right? So the number one thing that I would say is people don't qualify and get qualified early enough in the process, go through that painstaking deal of, tax returns and getting the, proof of employment and all those fun little details that aren't that motivating when you don't have a big house that you're dreaming about. Anyway, get qualified way in advance, 3 or 4 months in advance. I talked to a buyer today and he's like, why should I do it if I'm going to wait till the end of the year? It's April 2020. We're in the middle of, quarantine and people staying at home and that kind of thing. And he says, let's wait till November. Well, he should start right now. So the number 2 mistake that I see personally all of the time, and that is to not make an offer. So once you get qualified, you look online, you see something, you call me, I get the criteria, I find it for you, find a home off the market, it's everything you said you want, and then you say, yeah, but if there's this one, what's better? Well, there may not be the better, and usually the first home you look at is usually the best one because you narrowed it down so specific on your home search, and that is the one. So the mistake I see, number 2, is you don't make an offer. Once you find the house that you want, you regret it later, and then there's all the what if, and I wonder, and will it fall out of escrow, and can we call them again, and can we be the backup, and it's just a lot of stuff. So the third thing that I see once we get into escrow, and that is negotiating on your behalf. When you're negotiating on your behalf and telling me how to negotiate the deal. Now, there may be, and usually there is, a strategy on my end. And by the way, I've never missed out on a multiple offer situation. Please don't ruin my record. Because the strategy I usually have is the relationship I have with the other brokers and the relationship I have with the mortgage brokers, the escrow, and so on. So if you want to negotiate on your behalf and tell me what the price should be and how long the terms are, when in reality you could probably work with those once you get into escrow. So my job is to get you the house, get your foot in the door, and then you can do the inspections and however it turns out. So that's the third mistake I see people doing. To me and other brokers, just listen to your broker and maybe go along with their strategy. That leads me to number 4, is picking the wrong agent. Now, if our agent is a friend of the family or referred by someone, but they don't pick up the phone, you always have to initiate the call or the email or, hey, how about this? And you're finding the properties, which most of the buyers find the properties on the market anyways, and they pull you in. However, you can kind of get a feel for, if the broker says, go to that open house or go to that open house or see that one online or do that virtual tour without me, that might give you an idea of how are they going to be present when they're presenting an offer on your behalf. Are they going to be there so that you can get the best price possible? Do they have the relationships like I do with the agent, the listing agent, know the skills necessary to negotiate that perfect contract, know the disclosures for that neighborhood? Pasadena has different disclosures than West Hollywood, just for instance. That's number 4. And number 5, overpaying for the vendors. Now, when I say the vendors, I mean escrow and title, and there's some other fees that escrow has I can tell you about. There's a payoff fee, and then there's another and another. And then there's a title fee. Normally they can be negotiated. I have a great title rep that I usually can negotiate, but there's all the other fees. The lender has fees when they bring in the loan docs. It's like, oh, what about this and what about that? So I don't mind stepping in, negotiating the best fees for the vendors. Some, they don't go away, it's the title. But for me, I like to step in. So the number 5 would be overpaying for vendors at the close and during the escrow process. The price of the house is the most expensive one and you're paying for it, so why pay more on the closing cost? Those are my tips for today. Hope to talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.